Hello out there, we're on the air. It is a midday curling draw at the 2026 DoubleTakeout.com MoPac Championships, coming to you live from Curl Vegas. This is your host Ryan Olson with the latest draw between Team Rice from Coyotes Curling taking on Team Clever Curl from OC Curling. Seeing the lead rocks in play. This is, I believe, Scott Campbell. Rice does appear to have the hammer this first end. Oh no. Right, so they flipped a coin to see who would go last with the hammer, and it is Clever Curl that has the hammer. This is the second stone from the lead for Clever Curl. It's Amai Setoyama. And looking to draw around their center-ish guard. We are almost done with pool play. Every team plays twice today, so we'll definitely keep an eye on the standings, as that makes contact with the yellow in the rings and rolls wide right to the edge of the 12-foot. So we see the other Campbell step into the hatch. They are not related. I believe this is Brian Campbell. So looking at the pool right now, Team Rice is currently undefeated at 3-0, taking on Clever Curl, which is 0-2. So the Clever Curl has one more game in this event. And they're playing at 2:30. Okay, so we have 15 teams in the field. We're divided into 3 pools of 5 teams each. So that means every team gets at least 4 games before we figure out who is advancing to Sunday's championship bracket. And that means that 8 teams will advance to the quarterfinals tomorrow morning. And then we have semifinals, and then we have a championship game, and we have a bronze medal game. And what's at stake is a berth to the 2026 USA Curling 5 Under National Championship. So there's a lot on the line, a lot for teams to play for, as we see the next rock coming from the second for Clever Curl. This is Jay Patel. Looking to draw, oh, it crashed on the guard. I didn't see that high guard. So Rice is undefeated at 3-0. This is their last game. Clever Curl is currently at 0-2, and they have 2 more games, one this game and then one after that. So already a pretty messy house developing. As the next rock from Brian heads down the way. Looking to draw around some of the guards. This has got a decent amount of curl on it, or a decent amount of space to curl. And that does settle just above the button, but it does look like it's going to be exposed. You can see from this head-on view that yellow is open for a frontal attack, as it were. As Quijano, the skip for Clever Curl, holds the broom for Patel. Looking for the takeout. This looks like it's going to be close. So it only just kisses the shot stone, and the shooter goes out of play. So now with Rice sitting 2. Rice is trying to close the door. The team is named after the skip, Joseph Rice. However, they've definitely leaned into the name, as their team logo is a curling stone that's been kind of cracked open to reveal a bowl of rice. So I would say clever curl, but that's actually the name of the other team. As we see the next rock coming from the 3rd for Rice, this is Brendan Foland. We have all 4 sheets in play this draw. We're keeping track of the draw at bondspieler.com. And so this draw, we have 4 games, as I mentioned. Sheet A has a team Pit Lars or Skip It from Silicon Valley taking on team Hernandez from OC Curling at Curl Vegas. Hernandez has the hammer to start. Sheet 2 is our feature game, where we saw team Rice from Coyotes put another stone into the rings. They're sitting 3 over Clever Curl from OC Curling. And then sheet 3, all the sheets have cool names. So sheet 3 is known as the 3 of Clubs. That game is 4 non-blondes from Coyotes taking on Sandstorm Sweepers from Curl Vegas. Sandstorm Sweepers has the hammer. And then on sheet 4, we have a game between 2 top teams, which is fun to say 5 times fast. We have the undefeated team Duncan from Coyotes taking on the undefeated Complete Sheet Show from Oval Curling of Utah, which is at 3-0. And so Sheet Show is looking to finish pool play undefeated with a win here. And likewise, Team Duncan's hoping to win their next 2 games. And again, we're keeping track of that information at bondspieler.com, which will also include links to the video from every sheet that's in play. We have our feature game, which you're watching right now, on the MoPac YouTube channel. And the other streams are being provided by our hosts at Curl Vegas, and we definitely appreciate their support. So, last rock coming from Brendan. Looking to, I think, kind of close off the draw path on this left side. This is the 3rd game, the 3rd feature game on this sheet. So we're definitely seeing some tendencies, including some heavy curl from the sidewalk there. It didn't curl that bad there, or too heavily there, shall we say. So Rice is still sitting 3 without the hammer, and Clever Curl's trying to find a way in. As we have the 3rd for Clever Curl, James Lowe gets set. Looking to, I think, try to do a double to hit the yellow onto yellow and open things up to try to get a red rock into the rings. That's a really smooth delivery. That's really nice. This is a very messy house to start. Looking to move some yellows. It's going to get 1 yellow, and it scoots past the other yellow in the back 4 foot. It goes out of play, so it does open things up a little bit. But Team Rice is still sitting 2, and then there's a 3rd rock that belongs to Clever Curl in the back 12 foot, where the number 40 is. This house is shaped like a dial of a combination safe. So we are to the skip stones, as we have the skip 4, Team Rice Joseph of the titular Rice. Step into the hat. He's a lefty. Doesn't affect delivery as much as one might think, because the strategy and the delivery are the same, just you use your opposite hand or opposite side of the body. There's some slight variations that teams can practice to account for, but usually it's the same, very much the same type of strategy or approach. Looking to put a front stone in the top 12 foot. And this is It's got some good weight on it, so it's going to slip into the top 4 foot where it's corner freeze on the shot stone. So Rice is back to sitting 3. So Lowe is holding the broom for his skip, Mike Quijano. And I was told kind of like the mnemonic trick to remember Mike's last name is no. So Quijano. So it's like, oh, haha, that was a funny joke. It's like, no, it wasn't. So that's Quijano. And the broom is down, and he's in the hack talking over the shot with his front ends, including May and Jay. Hey, their names rhyme. Again, looking for the takeout. At the very least, it's going to remove some of the yellow counting stones, which I think is a good argument for this type of shot. It needs to come back, though. It looks like it might flash, and it does, unfortunately. So I think a good idea just was not able to get the execution they needed. So Team Rice is looking at where to put their next stone. They could be pretty aggressive and put another stone in the top 8 foot. And I wouldn't be mad with that. But let's the miss. So I think they could be looking to go top 8 to sit 4. But I think miss light. And that way it's going to be super hard for Team Clever Curl to get to the shot rods down that path. There's some options that they could pursue for Clever Curl, but they're not looking very good. So this is Rice's last rock, I believe, looking for a front stone guard. You can see the broom is at the top 12 foot, but I think that's where they wanted it last time, and it slipped into the rings. This is lighter weight, though. And it might actually wick off of one of the guards. It doesn't. It comes to a stop in the high guard position. So it does make a bit of a mess down the middle, or a muddle down the middle. And just looking at this head-on view, it's hard to say where Clever Curl has a shot. I think they're going to try like a heavy draw to get around the guard and sit on top of the shot stones, and maybe only give up 2. They're sitting 3. Rice is sitting 3 right now. So it's a conundrum right now for Clever Curl as Mike's last rock is away. This is a bit wide. They could be. I don't think they want to raise any of those yellows towards the rings. It does raise the yellow, but it raises it to the guards, and that's all that happens. So it's going to be a steal of 3 for Team Rice to open up the scoring. Clever Curl will have the hammer when we come back to the 2026 MoPac 5 and Under Bonspiel on the curling.gg network. And coverage of the 2026 DoubleTakeout.com MoPac Championships are being brought to you by DoubleTakeout.com, offering a unique way to see how your favorite men's, women's, or mixed doubles team ranks against the competitive field at DoubleTakeout.com. And by Curling.gg, a proud sponsor of Team Canada's mixed doubles champion team, Brett Gallant and Jocelyn Peterman. And by Endgame Curling, elevate your game with Endgame Curling. Learn more at endgamecurling.com. So back to the action here on sheet 2, where Team Rice stole 3 in this first end to open things up. And it looks like we're going to see Team Rice start with a rock that slips into the top of the rings. And so we might see, that's an interesting approach. Clever Curl was going to put up a guard, but they're going to put it in front of the yellow that's in the rings. I'm kind of chuckling a little bit because you don't necessarily want to guard the opponent's stone, but there could be some method to the madness here. So Seito Yama's first shot, looking for a tight guard. This is going to be a little high, and I think it's going to over curl. Test. All right. Apologies for the delay. My streaming hub decided to reset for some odd reason. And so we lost one of the cameras, so I'll definitely see what I can do to get it back. Fun times. So back to the action here, N2. Where we are seeing the third rocks. Definitely apologize for what happened, but we're back. We're seeing the, I believe this is going to be Brennan Foland with his first without the hammer here in the second ends. Team Rice is up 3-0. And the situation in the house, that yellow does not seem to get into the rings, as we are seeing I'm not sure what I'm seeing, which is why I'm kind of pausing. I think one yellow is definitely the rings, but I don't think any other stone is actually touching the circles. As we see James get set for his next rock, his first, as the third stones continue. This looks like it might slip into the rings. Might be a little heavy. As actually has parts just in time to settle right on the lid. So that is shot right now. So Joseph wastes not a moment putting the broom down for the takeout. So hopefully we're going to see some wasabi from Team Rice. As Brendan pushes out for the hack. This is over. Oh, it's coming back. It's the outturn counterclockwise release. It's going to make some noise. This shot stone's going to go away, and the shoe's going to roll to the right. So looking at the situation, we are to the second of the vice stones. I tried to hit the sneeze button. So if my sneeze got on the broadcast, I apologize. So the situation in the rings right now is 2 yellow counting stones for Team Rice. That there's a red on the outside that actually might be on the sheets. And in fact, that does look to be the case. So Rice's first stone is heading down the ice. Calling for the sweep. Looking to try to get around the guards. The weight's a little heavy. So it's not going to sit down, I don't think. It's going to go to the back of the house. Is it going to sit down? It actually does sit down in the back 12 foot. So now the situation in the house for Clever Curl, they're down 3, and they're facing 3 once again. So it looks like they're going to try to set up a hit and roll, hit the inside of that stone that the broom is next to, and hopefully roll under the cover of those 3 yellow stones on the left side from this view. As Quijano heads to the hack. We have 15 teams in the field. So we have 3 pools of 5. I think we kind of talked over it before. So this pool is a cards pool game. So I think we have all 3 pools in play this draw as Quijano's shot is away. Looking for the hit and roll. Working to try to hold a line. It's over curling a little bit, I think. Oh man, it goes past 1. It's going to go past the 1 in the back. Oh man. So that's a miss, unfortunately, for Quijano and Clever Curl. So with 3 rice yellows in the rings, they're going to be content to, I think, just put another one either in front of the draw path or top 12 foot. They want to make sure that those three, or there's two yellows that are kind of on the outside part of the rings might be brought into play if they're going for a steal. If they want to just make it hard for Clever Curl to score, they would go to the top 12 foot, top 8 foot. And then Clever Curl's going to try to force to do a hit for something. So sweepers are on it for line and weight, as they are looking to go to the house. As the weight comes off of the stone just in front of the house, it's going to settle in on the center line outside the rings. So there's 3 counting stones. I think that they really wanted to get in. So Clever Curl has the broom down for the hit and roll. Again, another bite of this apple. I might start making food references because I haven't eaten too much today. I had some cashews and a sliver of a bagel. But enough about that. Let's focus on this last shot coming from Quijano. Looking to hit and roll. This is the last rock, the hammer, coming for Clever Curl. So looking to just, I think, hit and roll. They're saying T, which would be really light for the shot. Or the line would be really tight for the shot. So the weight's still up. And it's going to go through the rings, out of play. So that's a steal of another 3 for Team Rice. And just a rough start for Clever Curl. We'll see if they'll be able to right the ship when we come back to the 2026 doubletakeout.com MoPac Championships. And at this time, just to I had to do some maintenance, so I'm going to hop off for a moment, and then I'll be back with more coverage of this game. You'll see me in just a moment.
the sound is working. Okay.
Okay, I think we're back. Sorry about the sound problems. My goodness, so if it's one problem and another one crops up, just not my game apparently. But hopefully we're back, and hopefully it's Team Rice's game right now as they're sitting 4 in the rings here. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Definitely appreciate the viewers as we are following the third end of this contest between Clever Curl from OC Curling taking on Team Rice from Coyotes. And we are to the third rocks, I believe, as we see James push out of the hat for Clever Curl. And looking to, I think, just draw in. I think they're trying to draw under, but this is going to curl into the yellows in the top of the house. And indeed, it does crash into the front stones. So Team Rice is just going to put another rock in as we see Foland push out of the hat. Looking to, I believe, put up a front stone. I'm glad we have a backup microphone set up. I had a previous mic setup fail on me. It's now completely dead. And I was super disappointed because I charged it up and I went to use it on Championship Sunday and it's like, it's not working. And so I was going crazy trying to find a solution, and I ended up plugging in an iPhone and using it as a microphone. It worked. It was a bit unusual, but we're kind of using our backup microphone system. And hopefully we'll get it fixed for the next draw. As we have James's next rock come out of the hat. I believe looking for a draw. The line's looking pretty good for the draw. Looking to draw to the yellow in the back 8-foot, I believe. This weight's a little light though. So they're shooting hard for line, but I think it's on the guard. It's going to tick the guard and roll over. So just unfortunate there for Clever Curl. So to the stip stones as Joseph makes his way down the hack. We can see the broom is down for, I think, trying to draw around and put another one in. That's kind of what I'm thinking is the shots, and the reason why is because they could be trying to draw through the ports or put up a guard down the middle. That actually makes a little bit more sense. So we'll see what Joseph has on tap as he delivers his first of two stip stones without the hammer here in the third end. So you can see it start to swing, and man, it just, I think just hit a line. It's just diving. 1565 seconds, so it's going to be high in the house when it comes to a stop. And yeah, so that's what they were looking for, and I think hard to draw it up any better than what Rice executed there. We are playing a minimum of 6 ends to resolve any point differentials. It's a tiebreaker. It's a very low tiebreaker, but it might come into play. So to accommodate that, we asked teams to play 6 ends, and we'll see what happens. So the situation for Clever Curl is it's not looking great, as Rice is sitting 5 now. And so the broom is down for a takeout. And we will see what Mike Quijano has in store for us. Line looks good. But we've also seen the rust kind of take off on them, like right there by the Curl Vegas logo. So it's going to get, it hits the red first, and that took a lot of the energy off of the shooter. So it ran the red onto the yellow. It opened it up, but it does look like Rice is still sitting 5. So a bit of a jam here for Clever Curl, which is named after the luscious locks of hair that each member of Clever Curl has. Could also be a Jurassic Park reference. Now I'm looking at the hair for Clever Curl. They don't necessarily have what I would call luscious locks, but they have good hair, sure. If they win this game, they're all dating perms. Last track coming for Team Rise without the hammer, sitting 5, looking to put up a guard to lock down the front of the house, which is, I think, kind of apt because the house design is of a combination lock. A little on the heavy side, so they're actually going to draw in and looks to sit 6. So it does give a path to the 4-foot for Clever Curl to score a single point. And I would recommend doing the draw. And here's why: because they're sitting, Team Rice is sitting 6. And if you are not on if you don't have the right shots, you're giving up another handful. If you draw to the button, first of all, teams practice draw to the buttons. Not so much in this event because we don't have practice, but just generally, as you get more competitive, you work on the draw to the button. The path, there's a port there for the draw to the button where you can score a single point, and that would be the best outcome. As Mike throws his last rock, the hammer, here in this third end. We'll see what he has dialed up for us. Because it's starting to curl right now. 1278, so the weight is there. So it's going to wick off the yellow and roll towards the 8-foot. And it does mitigate the damage to a steal of at least one. I think it might be two, so I'll have to wait to see what score they post. But it's another steal for Team Rice, and Clever Curl is looking for some answers. As we continue with our coverage of the 2026 doubletakeout.com MoPac Championships, coming to you live from Curl Vegas. And coverage. I did do the sponsorship, so just think talking out loud. So the lead for Team Rice is Scott Campbell, pushing out from the hack. Oh my goodness. So this is the camera that's having issues, and it's doing something I've never seen before. Oh, I think I know what the problem is. This camera is a little higher up on the light stand, so it's actually, I think, touching the, not touching, but it's coming into the influence of the light fixture just above it. So I apologize for that. I'll try and fix it later. Oh my goodness. So this is Mai Satayama's first shot, looking to draw around. And I wonder if that's causing the audio interference as well. So led to me having a deep voice. It's not, my voice is not that deep though. So that was a steal of one as Satayama puts up the corner guard. Scott's second rock, I think, looking to draw to the top of the rings. This is going to go a little heavy. And go to the back of the house out of play. And Rice is kind of doing Quijano's job by sweeping the rock past the back of the, behind the tee line. So looking for a hit and roll for Mai's second stone. These people in this event are here because they have 5 years of curling experience or less. And these teams, based on the years of experience, are fairly evenly matched. Rice, as a team, has 15 years. Clever Curl has 14 years. But you know, the calendar years of experience, you know, is different than the, you know, on ice experience, perhaps. So Mai's stone deflects off of the shot yellow and rolls to the wing. So Rice is saving shots, but Clever Curl has a rock in the rings. So Brian Campbell's next rock, his first of the end, looking to draw on top of the Clever Curl red on the left side of the sheets. This is going to be on the guard. So if it touches the side, it's a free guard rules violation, a free guard zone rule violation. So the offending stone is removed from play, and then the guard is put back into place. It's slightly different from the no-tick rule, where the non-offending team has the option of replacing the rocks or letting them play, leaving them as they played out. So they're looking to see where the guard was originally. Looks like they're okay with it. Although I don't know why Rice is moving the stone. It really should be up to Clever Curl to do that. It's their stone. You know, usually teams collaborate on what, like, okay, this is, you know, usually try to have both teams agree where the stone was. But technically, it's just the non-offending team's decision on where the rock goes. And again, the spirit of curling and sportsmanship kind of leads us to try to find the right middle ground. But ultimately, as I said, the decision does come down to the non-offending team. So that rock will settle in just behind the tee line. It does set up a double, and that is what Team Rice is looking for. So the broom is down for the takeout as we see Brian come out of the hack. Looking for a smooth release up, a positive ad. He kind of extended his arm on the release. It's not uncommon to see, but he definitely did a little bit more ad than we would normally see. Just one of the reds going. The shooter also rolls out of play. Coverage of this end is being brought to you by curling.gg. Curling.gg is growing faster than ever and is partnered with Jamie Sinclair of the Curl Up with Jamie channel to bring more curling knowledge to curling fans everywhere at curling.gg. So looking for a hit and roll. We're going to hit. It's going to roll. I think they would have probably maybe wanted more of a nose hit. I may have miscalled that. So Brendan Folan is delivering his next rock. Looks like we have a dance party on this house. Going to get one of the reds moving. The second red is going to go to the back of the house, where it's going to hang on to the very back of the sheets. So not a double takeout. Exchanging some smiles and some fist bumps there. Then they really wanted the double takeout because if they, we have a pair of balloons, the double takeout balloons, and if you have the balloons at the end of this round of games or draw, you win a round of drinks for you and a round of drinks for your buddy team. So they definitely wanted to see if they could get that double takeout balloon. As we have James deliver the first rocket of his set of two this end. And that will settle in at the top of the house. So Clever Curl is got something going on here. So based on the score and really just to minimize the scoring opportunity for Clever Curl, Rice has the broom down for a takeout right down the middle. And it's going to get one of the yellows going. I think they were going to try for the double takeout again, as that red kind of scooted past the back red, passing by it untouched. So Clever Curl's back to sitting in 1, looking to draw to put another stone in the top of the house with James's second stone. It's curling up a decent amount. I think they want it in the range that they can, and it's not going to get there. It settles in at the tight guard zone, the 3 guard zone, the number 3. And so we are to skip stones. Folan is holding the broom for Joseph Rice, and I think just looking to try to, I think they're set up for a draw, honestly, but we'll see. They don't want to throw a front stone. They could be trying to draw around the guard, but if they really want to minimize the scoring opportunities, they would throw like kind of a hit on the red and the bat, and that seems to be where they're going. The time is 12:50. And you can see it finished there, finishing pretty nicely, but it needed another like rock to curl. But actually it was enough. That red is gone. Clever. So there's no rocks in the rings, and if a Clever Curl could be thinking for a blank, but I think they want to try to get on the scoreboard as this game is about halfway over. So the broom is set for a draw as Mike is getting set in the hat. Just looking to draw to the top of the house, I believe, hopefully to get around cover. And Mike's first rock is away. I do like the OC curling jackets. Those are pretty nice. And OC Curling, they are in Southern California. They are not technically playing in Orange County right now. They're playing in the ice arena next to the Long Beach Airport, which is not in OC Orange County. But that may change, especially if the hard work of volunteers for the club it pays off. We were talking about this during the Mixed Fours event. The website is set up at ocdedicatedice.com, where they are working to bring dedicated ice to Santa Ana, California, just a short drive from the John Wayne Airport. And geographically, that is in Orange County. They've signed the lease on their forever home, as they call it, and they are fundraising to get the ice set up. So if people are interested in more information, that is at ocdedicatedice.com. So Rice's last rock was to be trying to peel the guard, I guess, or no, just rid of the shot stone that was in the house. So Mike's first stone was successful in getting in the rings, but now it's gone, and so now Tejano and Clever Curl has a choice to try to go for the blank, which again, I don't think it helps them too much at this point in the game. Wanted to maybe get the bear off their back, get on the scoreboard, and then change how the game goes in the second half. So the broom is down for the hit, going for the point, I believe, but there's also a chance it could roll out. I think they just want to make sure that this yellow goes away. There's Mike. Gets into the right side hack for a left-handed delivery. This is the last rock. The hammer coming for Clever Curl here in the fourth end. Looking pretty good. He's going to make some contact, and the shooter's going to just roll a couple feet to the edge of the forefoot. So that's good for a single point. And Clever Curl's on the board. Team Rice is up 7-1, and Rice will have the hammer when we come back to the second half of our feature game here on sheet 2 at the 2026 5 and under Bonspiel on the curling.gg network. Setoyama's first rock is underway. And this is going to slip into the rings, and so I think Rice is going to put a broom on it to take it out. Coverage of our event is being brought to you by doubletakeout.com, offering a unique way to look at the top men's, women's, and mixed doubles teams from around the world. See how your team ranks against the competition at doubletakeout.com. And by curling.gg. Curling.gg is a proud sponsor of Team Canada's mixed doubles team, Brett Gallant and Jocelyn Peterman. And by Endgame Curling. Elevate your game with Endgame Curling. Learn more at endgamecurling.com. So, catch you up on our feature sheets. Scott for Team Rice did throw the takeout. As we see, Mai gets set for her second stone. Working for the takeout. 12.25, so that's going to be a hack to board weight, enough to get the stone out of the house. So this type of shot, or this type of play, like a hit game, works in favor of Rice to a point, because Rice doesn't necessarily need more points, and they want to make it harder for Clever Curl to score points. Clever Curl wants to score points, and so they're going to need to take some risks to get more rocks in play to steal a couple ends or force Rice to a single point. They could be trying to force. As we see the Nets takeout head down the ice from Scott, pardon me. So training hits back and forth, and the broom is down for Jay Patel to throw a hit of his own. Looks kind of tight on the broom, so Setoyama is going to work to hold the line, and it's gone. 11:13 is the time, so the time is pretty good for a kind of a lighter control weight takeout, but just not on target, unfortunately. The double takeout balloons appear to be on sheet 4. As we have Brian Campbell get set for, I think, splitting the reins, drawing with the intern clockwise rotation to the upper 8-foot, parallel to the shot stone to sit 2. 1369, so it's a little heavy. It's going to settle in the back of the house. It might sit down. It does sit down and will go to the bat, 8-foot. Jay's next rock headed down the way. Looking to make some contact, maybe get the double perhaps. One of the yellows, and that's all. That red shot stone is, I said shot stone, it looks like it might be yellow actually in the back. The broom is down for the takeout. As I think this is Brandon's first rock. No, it's Brian's second stone, I believe. Gets the red rolling to the outer edge of the 12-foot where it will, looks like it's going to hang on to be a second shot. The shooter goes away. Coverage of this end is being brought to you by Endgame Curling. Elevate your game with Endgame Curling. Reach the next level with Endgame's leading edge curling brooms and accessories. Endgame's 100% carbon fiber brooms feature either a 7.5-inch or 9-inch head. Endgame's no-slip silicone grip sleeve gives you unparalleled connection to your broom, and Endgame's unique 3-piece travel handle makes traveling for curling easy. Learn more at endgamecurling.com. Back to the action where Clever Curl is going to draw into the top 4-foot. And the broom is down for the takeout. Clever Curl is sitting 2 right now. I say sitting 2, I'm sorry, there's that yellow is still there. As we have, this is Brendan's first rock. I think looking to move some of the rocks in the middle of the rings around. Red onto yellow. The yellow goes away, and so now it's red that appears to be shot stone. Ooh, it's tough though. So we went from teams trading hits back and forth to seeing some bumping around. I think trying to find an advantage. But definitely not, this could end up helping Clever Curl find opportunities to hide rocks, to steal an end, jump back into this game. James's rock headed down the way. This is coming up a little light, so they're definitely sweeping to see how much they can get out of it. could get to the top of the house. It's going to be a little short. So now Rice has the broom down to run the yellow back onto the red, looking for normal takeout weight or even peel takeout weight, just not going to rely on the stone curling that much, just based on where the broom is positioned. So Brendan's making sure that his sliding shoe is clean. That's always important. Looking for the takeout. Looking not too bad. Does get the yellow. So the shooter kind of rolls to the edge of the 12-foot where that out counts the other red that's on the 12-foot. So right now, red is shot sitting 1. And I think they want to sit 2 if they can. I think that one of the concerns, though, is that any sort of separation gives Team Rice a chance for a double takeout. And those illustrious double takeout balloons in the shape of hearts. So Mike's first rock is away. This is a little light. The sweepers are on it. Need to make sure that it gets to the rings to sit 2. And so they're trying to raise the red that was at guard. It's not going to promote that red too far or very far. So right now, Clever Curl sitting 1 and 3, and Rice is sitting the second shot, and that's going to likely change with Joseph Rice's first rock. And yep, Rice has the hammer. Calling for some curl. It's looking not too bad. It's going to hit and it's likely going to stick. Nope. Oh, the shooter taps the red back. So that is a double takeout brought to you by doubletakeout.com. Calling for some curl. It's looking not too bad. It's going to hit and it's likely going to stick. Nope. Oh, the shooter taps the red back. So that is a double takeout brought to you by Double Takeout. So that was a double takeout brought to you by doubletakeout.com. And so right now, Rice is sitting 2, just like that. And Clever Curl is looking for a draw, I believe. That's they could be trying for a takeout, which would make sense because they, right now Rice is sitting 2 and has a chance for 3, and it looks like they're going for the draw instead. They could have also tried to draw into those yellows to outcount them. This is coming up weight-wise, not too shabby. Now they want to make sure it gets buried under the center guards, and it doesn't quite get there. I'm still tapping my fingers on the table. I apologize. I like the tippy-tappy tap-tap sounds. So the broom is down for the takeout. To possibly score 3 for Team Rice to take a commanding lead in this game, or to maintain a commanding lead in this game. The Redstone got enough around the guard to maybe make Rice try a wider shot than they may have liked, and it didn't come back enough. So that is going to be a steal of 1 for Team Clever Curl. That was a smart shot there for Clever Curl. It is 7-2 heading into the 6th end. So Mai Setoyama's first shot is away. No. Sorry, I'm doing Von Spieler and I hit the wrong button. Oh my goodness. So Mai's rock slips into the rings in the back of the tee line on the edge of the 8-foot ring. Balloons might have gone to another sheet. As we see Scott Campbell's rock going for a takeout. And it looks like it's a little narrow, it's a little narrow for the shot. It's going to flash. And so now Clever Curl has an opportunity brewing here, looking to put up a guard to protect that shot stone. While that shot is underway, let's go around the rings real quick, just because I've been updating Bonspiel, I might as well let you guys know what I'm doing. On sheet 1, we have Team Pitlar's Skip It, holding on to a 5-1 lead over Team Hernandez. Sheet 2 is our feature game, you're watching it. Team Rice is holding on to a 7-2 lead over Clever Curl, although Clever Curl scored at the last 2 ends. On sheet 3, Sandstorm Sweepers was down to start, but they've scored in the last 3 ends to take a 4-2 lead over 4 non-blondes. And then on sheet 4, Complete Sheet Show has had complete domination of the scoreboard. After blinking the first end, they've scored in the next 3 ends to take a 4-0 lead over Team Duncan. So that guard's in place, but I don't think it guards too much, as Scott's going to try to hit it from that out-turn counterclockwise side. So we're going to see the rock kind of curl in towards the center with this release. And it's coming back. It's like it's going to chip the inside and then roll under a little bit. It hits it right on the nose. So looking to draw around that corner-ish guard with Jay Patel's first rock at the end, I believe. And this is going to, it looks pretty good weight-wise, maybe a smidge heavy, and it needed to curl like another 2 rods to the left. Brian Campbell's rock now looking to hit out that red shot stone on the edge of the 4-foot. And this is looking pretty good. It's a little tight to the guard, but it gets past the guard and makes contact with the red rock, and the shooter's going to roll to the left. So clever curls looking at clearing those stones. I would try to draw on top of those stones because you have that corner guard. So if you get around the corner guard and get it buried in front of those yellow stones, it's going to be really hard for Team Rice to get those out. That's kind of the strategy I'm seeing here. If you can get a good curl off the stone, and again, to have a chance in this game, clever curls going to need to steal until the cows come home. That's something that happens, right? But going for the takedown instead, not the worst shot in the world. It does get rid of one of the yellows. The red kind of rolls back on top of the other yellow, so it's a second shot. And Rice is sitting one yellow stone. So with Rice now sitting shot stone, they're going to, I think, just trying to draw around their guard or sit two stones in the house. And this is curling up pretty nicely. They want to make sure it gets into the rings and is shot or second shot. It's going to settle in the back 4 foot. So that is shot. So now Clever Curl has a chance to do that draw around again. And that is what they're set up to do. Thank you everyone for tuning in for this draw. We are going to be back at 2:30. The dentist's favorite time for a curling game, 2:30, where our feature game will be Orange Coyote take on in and out turns. So we hope you'll join us then. And then our MoPac After Dark selection will be a little early at 5:30 p.m., where we will see Team Duncan face off against Sandstorm Sweepers. And this rock is coming up just a little light, so I think the good intent, just not enough weight in the stone. So that actually ends up protecting the yellow shot stone just a little bit more, and Rice is sitting 2. So Brendan is in the hack for his first of 2 stones for the Vice skip, or the third, as they're often referred to. All games are being streamed on the Curl Vegas YouTube channel, and we have a feature game on the MoPac YouTube channel, which you're watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. And Folan's Rock is going to slip into the top of the 8 foot, good for a third stone in the rings. It's the second counter. So right now Rice is sitting 3. So because that stone is kind of blocking the path to the shot stone, Quijano has the broom set for James to clear that rock out. Line looks not too shabby. It kisses the guard and then ends up kicking the yellow through the rings to the back of the playing sheet. So it definitely did what it needed to do, just kind of an unusual way of getting there. So looking for a draw, I believe, with Brendan's second stone. And his rock is away. Looking for a draw. And it looks a little light as Rice comes out to help sweep it. And then he kind of backs off because I guess it definitely has the weight. It looks like it might be a smidge heavy as Quijano jumps on to push it to the back 12 foot where it's going to sit down and hang out in the back line. Where all the cool kids hang out, the back line. That is not a thing. So we are to skip stones as Mike steps into the hack, looking to draw on top of the yellow shot stone. Rice is sitting 2 right now, and so they had a really great end for Clever Curl last end. Let's see if they can duplicate that this end. Going for the draw. 1240, so this might be a little up weight, especially as Team Rice is ready to just kind of give it a quick scrub on the ice, and that rock goes through the house out of play. So Rice is back to sitting 2. Well, they've been sitting 2. And I think they're going to try and draw and put up a front stone, maybe biting the 8 foot to be sitting 3. As Rice is cleaning the stone, giving it a spin, talking over the shot with his front end sweepers. Just all part of the day at the office, I suppose. We are in an office part. It's kind of an interesting blend between some retail space and offices here in eastern Las Vegas metro area between the airport and Henderson. Or the airport in Henderson. This looks a little up weight. It might curl into the guard too. It does chip the guard, so it definitely does kind of give Clever Curl a shot at the shot rock to draw on top of. The hitting doesn't do too much necessarily, and Rice is sitting 3. So the broom is down for the draw again. I think if they're weight style, then it could be good for Clever Curl. As Mike Quijano delivers his last rock without the hammer here in the 6th end. Looking to draw on top of the shot stone in the back 4 foot. It's looking pretty good. It's past the guard. Now the question is, how deep is it going to go? It's a little on the light side, so they're trying to get every urge of energy out of that rock and to get it to shot position in the top 4 foot. And so it does look to be accessible for Team Rice, and so they can chip it out and score 2, maybe 3. There is a jam possibility though, so that's something to be careful about. But Clever Curl found a place to hide they found a place to put the stone that makes it tricky to remove. And we will see if Rice is going to be up to the task. We are to the last rock, looking for, I think, a heavy draw tap. Last rock is away. Rice is facing one, a chance to get rid of that red counter and open up the scoring a little bit. It just kisses that red rock. And it looks to be another steal of one for Clever Curl. As Foland is kind of just kind of standing in the rings. I don't know if he's just kind of disappointed in how that shot came out. It was light for what they were trying to do as well. So just unfortunate miss there on the skip stones. Clever Curl takes another point, and they draw within 4 for this contest between Rice and Clever Curl. We'll be back in just a moment as we continue with our coverage of the 2026 DoubleTakeout.com MoPac Championships. So, looks like we have another double takeout on sheets 1 for Ace of Spades, and that is going to go to Team Pitlars. Skip it. Did they ring the bell? Okay. So they rung the bell, I believe. So this, it may have been in between the ends. So I don't know if they're going to play all 8 games, all 8 ends. Technically, the rule is you play the you finish the end that you played, but if you finish, then I think it's just one more end. But we'll see. As we have Mai's second rock heading down the way. So Mai started off with a high center guard. This is going to be a corner guard that stays just outside the rings. And then Rice responded with their first rock with a corner guard on the left side. And that's where we are in the scoring, or in the shot selection right now, as we have Scott's last rock coming down the way. Looking to, looks like it's going to raise the red into the rings. It's going to go to just in front of the tee line. So right now, Rice's shot. And so with possibly one end to play, this is a situation where Clever Curl needs to go all out to steal 3 points, 4 points, as it's a 7-3 right now. So it's a pretty big challenge, and they're going to need to be pretty creative, or pretty clever, shall we say, if they're going to make a comeback here. I was thinking about doing a song reference. You know, that curl is on fire, but it's only modestly amusing. So that shot is into the top of the 12-foot, partially buried, but I guess it's enough open that Rice is asking Brian to pop it out, which makes sense because if this is the last stand, and I'm not quite sure if it is or not, then it behooves Team Rice to run Clever Curl out of rocks. So it peels the guard, not a bad outcome. The shooter's going to roll to the left wing and go out of play. So we have Patel, I think, looking to draw and to put up I think they need a draw and they need rocks in play. I would have maybe drawn and frozen on the yellow on the left, and then just kind of start going to town on these rocks because they have protection right now. It would leave the redstone exposed, but it definitely gives options for Clever Curl. This is going to actually raise the yellow into the house. So now Rice is sitting 2. Sorry. I've been sitting for a while, so I'm standing up for a moment. So looking to get rid of the red. This is Ryan Campbell's first rock, I believe. Sweepers are on it, I think, working to hold the line. And it's looking pretty good. It's trying to get the red, and the shooter's going to roll in toward the pile of yellows. Not quite freeze on top, so it is Rice sitting 3, and the temptation, I'm sure, is pretty great to try to hit those, but those are your friends right now. If you are Clever Curl, those are your friends. They are backing, they are backstops to put your stones on top of to try to score the 4 you need to tie. And ties do exist in this pool play world. As we are to the 3rd rocks of this draw, we have James Lowe pushing out of the hatch. They're looking to peel the guard. Are they looking to peel the guard or draw around? It's hard for me to tell. So they're looking to draw around. They do have protection on the right side, so that's another option. I didn't mean to imply or infer that drawing to the yellows was the only choice they had, but those yellows are their friends right now. And that red does not get under cover, and so there's some cheering going on. Not quite sure why, aside from, hey, we're having fun at the curling club. Are we doing have a measure? We haven't had a measure yet this event. So we have Brendan Folan in the hat looking to pluck out the red stone that is exposed. And this looks like it's going to be on target. It's going to get something. It gets that red out, and the shooter goes away as well. The double teed up balloons appear to move. There's handshakes on sheet sheet 4, and so the game was over, but they were like looking to see who had shot. They did the laser level measure, which is interesting. I'm used to seeing the measure bar. I would say the laser measure is like the 5th most exciting measure in all of sport. The measure bar that we have is better. So Clever Curl is looking to draw again, it looks like. And looking to go around the yellows, but it's not going to get there. So it's going to sit on top of the 4 foot. And that game on sheet 4, complete sheet show is hitting a shutout. And with that measure, it ends up with Team Duncan, I believe, getting a single point. So they're on the board, and that was enough to shake hands. Make the final on sheet 4, 5-1. And they got the double takeout balloons. Was it you guys with the double takeout balloons at the end? Did you guys do the double takeout?
Yes, we did.
Sweet. So I'll reflect it on Bonspiel right now.
Thank you.
Yeah. Cherish the moment. So this is Brendan's second stone, and we're going to be to skip rocks in just a moment.
Well, she's like, hopefully they get
And that does clear the red. And I think they might be playing as if they are going to do another end after this, which is possible, because they would have run Clever Curl out of rocks if this was the last end. So Lowe has the broom down for Quijano, looking to draw under the cover of the yellow stones. Like I said, those yellow stones are Clever Curl's friends. They are best buds, amigos from another, something that rhymes with amigo. So going for the draw. So looking to draw under the cover of the yellow stones. This is the last rock for Clever Curl here in this 7th end. They were playing pretty fast, actually. And let's see if it's going to get under cover. It's a little on the light side. It's a little on the wide side, so it's not going to get there. And so Rice is sitting 3 and has a shot to anywhere in the house for a 4th point. So they can just go anywhere and they can avoid that traffic right in front of the house. I say that, but I think it's not the last rock of the end. So they're looking to secure their situation. It's not the last rock they have. Team Rice has 2 more rocks to go. Team Clever Curl has 1 more rock. I've been jumping the gun lately, and I don't mean to. As they're talking over what to do, it looks like I think they're just looking to kind of block that draw behind the yellow wall on that right side from this view. So the broom is down, looking to kind of close the door. If it goes to the top 12, that's not too bad. but also they did around that red. That's also not too bad. This might be tight on the red, and so Clever Curl's ready to jump on it if it touches. And it's gonna, I think, maybe wick off of the red and roll to the top 12 foot. So Rice is sitting 4 right now. There is a port on the right side that you can see low pointing out to Quijano. And that does seem to be the best, most realistic shot. And it would get them in a pretty good position to steal it. It was a tough start to the game for Clever Curl, but they found a way to steal the last 2 ends. Unfortunately, it's just been singles, but it definitely has added some variety to the spice of life that we call curling. So the double take-up balloons are currently on sheet 4 for Team Duncan, but there are 6 teams on the ice just champing at the bits to try to steal them balloons. So the broom is down for the draw through the port to try to steal yet another end, as we have Mike Quijano getting set and delivering the last rock without the hammer here in the 7th end of our feature game. Sweepers are just walking it down, so it's got more weight. It's way wide. So the question is, what's it going to do? It's coming back now a little bit, but it looks like it might raise the yellow into the rings. It does. So Rice is sitting 4 now, and they don't really even need to throw the stone because they're scoring 4, and that will put the game not technically out of reach. I think if they score this 1 point here, or if they have a 5th point, then the game is technically out of reach, and the last end is not at all required. So unfortunate there with Quijano's last stone. They had a draw to try to get buried to steal yet again. Joseph Rice's rock is underway, looking to draw anywhere in the house for a 5th point. And they're just kind of letting it go down the ice. Sweeping now. Looking pretty good. They just need to touch paint for the 5th point. It's hitting the brakes, but I think it's going to touch the paint for a 5th point. And with that, that is the ball game. As Rice scores a 5 spot in the 7th end to take a 12-3 win over Team Clever Curl. Make the final 12-3. We're going to wind down our coverage of this draw at the scoreboard. So it took a while for Rice to get back on the scoreboard, but once they did, they responded with a mitten full of points, and that is going to do it for sheet 2. Going to look at the standings in just a moment, as they push the rocks back. So this was a cards pool game, and so Rice has finished the event undefeated at 4-0. And they are also tied with a complete sheet show at 4-0. Based on draw shot challenge, Rice is the number 1 seed. Sheet show is currently the 2 seed. And the lowest that Sheet Show can go is 3 in terms of the seeding. Clever Curl finishes without a win, unfortunately. And then in the cards pool, Orange Coyote and In and Out Turns are still in the hunt for the 2nd place standing. The top 8 teams advance, and so we are going to rank the pools, and then we do an overall top seeding to see who's going to advance. But Team Rice is going to have the rest of the afternoon off, and we'll be playing tomorrow. Clever Curl is going to have the rest of the day off, and we have a banquet tonight, so hopefully we'll see them there. going around the rings before we sign off for this draw. I just also talking about the pools. Pit Lars is in a battle in their game, but they are currently up, I believe, 7-5 over Hernandez. So if Pit Lars wins this game, they're still in a chance to get the second seed. Their draw shot doesn't help them, unfortunately. Team Hernandez is at 1 win and 1 tie, so they're looking for a win to stay up in the second position. And yeah, and then in the slots pool, complete sheet show undefeated. Team Duncan is at 2-1, and then Sandstorm Sweepers is just a step behind at 1-1, and they are currently winning, so they could be currently in the hunt for second place. So we're going to wrap up our coverage for this draw. We are going to be back on at 2:30 for our feature game between Orange Coyote versus In and Out Turns. That's going to be a cards pool game, and that's going to see who is going to get the second seed in the cards pool, or be ranked second in the cards pool. So we'll see you at that point, and then our MoPac After Dark at 5:30 p.m. is going to be pretty exciting, as we're going to have Team Duncan, the 2-1 Team Duncan, taking on the likely 2-1 Sandstorm Sweepers. So that is going to be our nightcap, our MoPac After Dark. So we definitely hope to see you at 2:30 and 5:30. And so until then, on behalf of all of us here at MoPac in Curl Vegas, and with thanks to our sponsors, this has been your host, Ryan Olson, saying good afternoon and good curling. We'll see you at 2:30. And coverage of the 2026 DoubleTakeout.com MoPac Championships is being brought to you by DoubleTakeout.com. Updated throughout the competitive curling season by proprietor Ken Pomeroy, DoubleTakeout.com offers a unique ranking of the top men's, women's, and mixed doubles teams from around the world at DoubleTakeout.com. And by Curling.gg. Curling.gg is growing fast and has a new beta feature which allows you to upload a photo, recreate a shot, and try a different scenario. Check it out at Curling.gg. And by Endgame Curling. Elevate your game with Endgame Curling. Learn more at endgamecurling.com. We'll see you at 2:30.
Bye.